You have to believe should do it. This isn't play. Definitely you became truly able to defy some hard stuff in there currently. I'm simply needing to regurgitation and all of that, and I hear a voice saying this is what the underscore underscore. It is this is what the life is. And I'm going we ride together, we got together, terrible marriage for life. Jaden Smith has recently implied on what his dad could have been under the mean for of Jada's hallucinogenic medications during the Oscars occurrence. Clutch your caps, since things are going to get insane. Yet since it's my mother, resembled you realize it's my mother, we're cooperating in a stunning new development. It appears to be that Jada Pinkett Smith's impact over her family has no limits. Her child, Jaden Smith, as of late let the cat out of the bag about their hallucinogenic adventures, uncovering that it was, in all honesty, Jada herself who acquainted their whole family with a universe of brain-modifying drugs. It's genuinely surprising to feel that a mother would eagerly lead her own kids down the deep, dark hole of pipe dreams and change provinces of cognizance. One can't resist the urge to scrutinize Jada's judgment and can't help thinking about what other sketchy choices she has made all through her life, talking at the hallucinogenic science. Gathering, Jaden casually shared how his mom made the underlying stride towards their family's hallucinogenic experiences. I think it was my mother truly that was actually the first to make that step for the family. It was only her for seemingly forever and afterward. In the end, it recently streamed and developed, and everyone found it in their own specific manners. Apparently, Jetta was the trailblazer fearlessly wandering into an unfamiliar area, hauling her clueless family in the interest of personal entertainment. One can barely comprehend the discussions that probably occurred away from plain view, with Jada persuading her friends and family that the way to edification and more grounded securities lay in the realm of hallucinogenics. It's a genuinely baffling circumstance, my companions, and one that raises serious worries about the qualities and needs inside the Pinkett Smith family. Jaden proceeded to depict the significant effect that these hallucinogenic encounters have had on his associations with his sister and relative. As per him, the utilization of hallucinogenics has supernaturally changed their once disagreeable kin dynamic into one of adoration and sympathy. It's a story straight out of a fantasy where the wizardry of brain-changing substances replaces the requirement for certified correspondence and understanding. He said it will really assist us with opening up our brains to escape the prior perspectives that got us into bunches of these contentions and open it up so it delivers and accounts for you to figure out it and back rub it out until it's totally gone. He additionally stressed the way that the social and actual climate during these encounters matters a ton, whether it was me that was struggling, whether there was another person that was struggling. You generally need to have that care group of individuals around you. He proceeded with how advantageous that Jada's ordered trials with hallucinogenics have apparently streamlined the unpleasant edges of their connections, helpfully clearing any hidden issues under the hallucinogenic floor covering. Yet let us not fail to remember the risks and dangers related with these psyche-adjusting substances. While Jaden helpfully tries also the specific hallucinogenic medication they fiddled with the rundown, he suggests incorporates famous substances. For example, psilocybin Gold Country LSD and mescaline. These are not sporting medications, my companions. They are powerful substances with possibly extreme mental and actual outcomes. One should scrutinize Jada's liability as a parent and the expected long-haul impacts of presenting her kids to such mind-changing substances quite early on. A bet might have had deplorable results, yet it appears to be that Jada was able to throw the dice for her family's alleged advancement. And we should not neglect Jada's significant other, Will Smith, who has additionally spoken transparently about his own experiences with the hallucinogenic medication ayahuasca during testing periods in his marriage. Bits of gossip are twirling that Jada could have acquainted her better half, Will Smith, with the hallucinogenic world eventually prompting a chain of occasions that brought about the scandalous Oscar slap. Assuming these murmurs hold any reality, obviously Jada's problematic decisions and impact contributed to driving Will into a medication-initiated murkiness, leaving him unfit to think straight. How about we dig into the prurient subtleties? Will we, the 55-year-old entertainer known for his on-screen magnetism, amazingly uncovered that he had fiddled, as well as endlessly out-enjoyed the hallucinogenic medication ayahuasca, a staggering multiple times, and who could have been his hallucinogenic sidekick. As a matter of fact, his dear spouse Jada, it appears to be that their marriage burdens provoked a joint excursion into the universe of stimulating investigation. One can't resist the urge to contemplate whether Jada's inspiration was to get away from the results of her own decisions during a meeting with the unparalleled Oprah Winfrey on her Apple television. In addition to series, we'll spill the tea on how ayahuasca furnished him with a feeling of satisfaction and evidently assisted him with going through a detoxing cycle. Currently call me negative yet. It seems like a helpful reason for Jada's slips-up and a method for moving the fault somewhere else, as opposed to dealing with their conjugal issues. Directly, it appears they chose to set out on a hallucinogenic mission to discover a sense of harmony, yet at what cost? And we should not fail to remember the planning. All things considered, will hallucinogenic undertakings advantageously matched with Jada's disclosure of an entrapment with a youthful vocalist, August Alsina? It makes one wonder Will go to hallucinogenics as a survival strategy, a way to get away from the aggravation. And selling out, he felt it's a well-known fact that when confronted with individual strife, certain individuals look for shelter as a primary concern, modifying substances. And who better to direct him down this dark hole than his own special wife? Yet stand by it gets considerably juicier, Will, in the profundities of an ayahuasca. Instigated days encountering a striking visualization about losing each all that he holds dear, remembering his profession for fortune. Seems like a horrible right. Well, evidently this vision tormented him not long before the infamous Oscar slap episode. As he remained on that regarded stage, every one of those medication incited fears and tensions rose to the surface, obfuscating his judgment and driving him past the brink during an appearance on David Letterman's Netflix show. We'll describe this dreamlike bad dream in unbearable detail. He professed to have seen his home and cash disappear immediately and inexplicably leaving him in a condition of frenzy. And to make an already difficult situation even worse, he heard his own girl Willow shouting for assist now, with calling me wary, yet it's difficult to accept that these pipe dreams were just fabrications of Will's creative mind. It sounds more like a responsibility-ridden subliminal, extending his most profound feelings of trepidation onto the hallucinogenic material. So how does Jada fit into this? Well, on the off chance that she was all the person who acquainted Will with these psyche-changing substances, one can't resist the urge to scrutinize her thought processes. Did she relate what is happening to divert consideration from her own wrongdoings? Did she expect the results of driving her significant other into a medication-instigated dimness? Or was it essentially an instance of two lost spirits looking for shelter in hallucinogenics? Unmindful of the potential repercussions, reality might very well never.